Donna Vekić. Donna Vekić, Croatian pronunciation, born the 28th of June 1996, is a Croatian professional tennis player and businesswoman. In November 2019, she achieved a career-high singles ranking by the WTA of 19. She has won 4 singles titles on WTA Tour, at the 2014 Malaysian Open, at the 2017 Nottingham Open, the 2021 Courmayeur Ladies Open, and the 2023 Monterrey Open. She has also won 5 titles in singles and 1 doubles title on the ITF circuit. Her best performance at a major event is reaching the semi-finals of the 2024 Wimbledon Championships in singles. Professional career: 2012, first WTA Tour final. Born in Osijek, Vekić is a member of the Croatia Fed Cup team. In February 2012, she played 3 rubbers at the tournament, including helping her country to a 2-0 win over Bosnia and Herzegovina. At the Tashkent Open, Vekić made it to her first final on the WTA Tour. It was her first main draw appearance there, and she was the youngest player in 6 years to make it to the final of such an event. However, she was defeated by Irina Camelia Begu in straight sets. 2013, Top 100 debut. Vekić started her year off by entering the main draw of the Australian Open and defeated Andrea Hrvacova in the first round. In the second, she fell to the 10th seed and former world number 1, Caroline Wozniacki, in straight sets. Vekić qualified, seeded 16th, for the main draw of the Miami Open by defeating Marta Sirotkina and Valeria Savinaik. In the first round, she beat fellow qualifier Yulia Putintseva. In the second, she lost to 29th seed Elena Vesnina. At the Monterrey Open, she defeated Julia Cohen in the first round. In the second round, she lost to 7th seed Ursula Radwanska. Vekić won the $50,000 tournament in Istanbul, defeating Elizaveta Kulichkova in the final. Vekić ended the 2013 season ranked number 86, her first top 100 season. 2014, first WTA title. Vekić began 2014 season at the Shenzhen Open where she lost in the first round to 3rd seed Klara Zakopalova. At the Australian Open, she was defeated in the first round by qualifier Lucy Kradetska. In Thailand at the Pattaya Open, she lost in the first round to top seed Sabine Lisicki. At the Brazil Tennis Cup, Vekić was defeated in the first round by 3rd seed and eventual champion, Klara Zakopalova. In March, she was awarded a wild card for the Indian Wells Open where she lost in the second round to 12th seed Dominika Cibulkova. At the Miami Open in Key Biscayne, Vekić came through qualifying with wins over Alla Kudryavtseva and Joanna Larsson. In the main draw, she upset 28th seed Svetlana Kuznetsova in the second round. She was defeated in the third round by 8th seed Petra Kvitova. At the Monterrey Open, Vekić beat 5th seed Garbine Muguruza in the first round in 2 tie-breaking sets, but lost to Karolina Pliskova in the second round, in 3 sets. Seeded 7th at the Malaysian Open, Vekić won her first career title by defeating top seed Dominika Cibulkova in the final. At the Madrid Open, Vekić was defeated in the final round of qualifying by Kristina Mladenovic. At the French Open in Roland Garros, she lost in the first round to Julia Glushko. Vekić played 1 grass court tournament before Wimbledon, at the Birmingham Classic where she was defeated in the first round by Belinda Bencic. At the Wimbledon Championships, Vekić stunned 21st seed Roberta Vinci in the first round. She lost in the second round to 2010 Wimbledon finalist Vera Zvonareva. At the Istanbul Cup, Vekić was defeated in the first round by 3rd seed Klara Kukalova. At the Baku Cup, she lost in the second round to Kristina Mladenovic. Vekić started US Open Series at the Rogers Cup where she was eliminated in the first round of qualifying by Tamira Poshek. At the Cincinnati Open, she lost in the first round of qualifying to Monica Niculescu. At the Connecticut Open, she was defeated in the first round of qualifying by Belinda Bencic. In Flushing Meadows, she lost in the first round to Coco van der Weide. Seeded 5th at the Tashkent Open, Vekić was defeated in the second round by Ursula Radwanska. At the Korea Open, she lost in the first round to Maria Kirilenko. After qualifying for the first edition of the Wuhan Open, Vekić was defeated in the first round by 16th seed Andrea Petkovic. 2015, 4th WTA Tour final. Vekić began the year as world number 81. After a bad start into the new season, she beat Louisa Quirico at Indian Wells but lost in the second round to Zarina Diaz. After her ranking dropped to number 177, she entered the Lail Cup in Istanbul as the top seed but lost in the quarterfinals to the 6th seed, Margarita Gasparyan. She lost in the first round of the Marrakesh Grand Prix, and in the second round of the Madrid Open. During the French Open, she claimed her first top 40 victory in the season when she beat Caroline Garcia, and also defeated Bojana Jovanovski before bowing out to Ana Ivanovic. After the French Open she continued her bad form from the first half of the season by failing to qualify for Wimbledon or the US Open. In Tashkent, she reached the final with 3-set wins over Kiki Bertens, Karina Vitanovt and Annalena Friedsam and a 2-set victory over Evgenia Rodina, but lost to Naomi Bino. She ended the season ranked number 105. 2016, 5th ITF title. Vekić began the season ranked 103. At the Australian Open, she lost in the first round to qualifier Naomi Osaka. She reached the quarter-finals of the San Antonio Open, with wins over Alexandra Sasnovich and Kiki Bertens, before losing to Svetlana Pironkova. She lost in the first round of 10 consecutive WTA tournaments from February to August, including the French Open, where she lost to Madison Keys, and Wimbledon, where she took Venus Williams to a first-set tiebreak but lost in straight sets. At Cincinnati in August, Vekić had victories over Varvara Lepchenko and Mariana Duque Marino in qualifying, and defeated world number 25 Ana Ivanovic, in the first round, before losing to 10th seed Joanna Konta in the second round. She failed to progress through qualifying for the US Open. In September, she reached the final of the ITF St. Petersburg, with wins over Olga Doroshina, Anastasia Komodina, Vesna Dolonk, and Arina Sobolenka, before losing the final to Natalia Vikliantseva, in straight sets. In Tashkent, she lost in the first round to Katerina Kozlova. In Tianjin, after her victory over Zhang Kailin, she lost to the second seed, Svetlana Kuznetsova. In October, at the Soho Square tournament, she had victories over Laura Pigossi, Jacqueline Christian, Walkova, and Arantxa Rus, before she beat Maria Sakkari in 3 sets in the semi-finals to reach her second ITF final of the year. In the final, she defeated Sarah Sorribes Tormo in 3 sets, to win the 5th ITF title of her career. In Poitiers, she lost in the first round to Lauren Davis, while at the Open de Limoges she reached the third round, where she lost in 3 sets to world number 24 and top seed, Caroline Garcia. Vekić ended the season ranked world number 101. 2017, 2nd WTA title. She reached the second round at the Australian Open and then lost to Caroline Wozniacki. Vekić won her second WTA Tour title at the Nottingham Open in June, defeating Joanna Konta in 3 sets. 2 weeks later, in the second round of the Wimbledon Championships, she lost to Konta in 3 sets, with the final set lasting 18 games. At the US Open, she reached the third round of a Grand Slam tournament for the first time since the 2015 French Open, easily losing to Anastasia Sevastova. Vekić broke into the top 50 for the first time in July, reached a career-high singles ranking of number 45 on the 25th of September, and ended the season ranked number 56. 2018, continued success, top 50 year-end ranking. At Wimbledon, Vekić reached the 4th round in a Grand Slam tournament for the first time in her career. She upset world number 4, Sloane Stephens, in the first round, then beat Rebecca Peterson and Janina Wickmeyer in straight sets before losing to eventual semi-finalist Julia Gugas. Following Wimbledon, she made the final at the Washington Open, however, she lost to Svetlana Kuznetsova in 3 sets, after squandering 4 match points in the second set. In September, Vekić reached the semi-finals in Tokyo by defeating top 10 players Sloane Stephens and Caroline Garcia. She ended the season ranked 34, her first year-end top 50 rankings. 2019, first Grand Slam quarterfinal, consistent results, top 20 year-end ranking. Vekić started the year strong by reaching the semi-finals in Brisbane, but was unable to keep this momentum at the Australian Open, being upset in the second round by the Australian wildcard and world number 240, Kimberly Birrell. She rebounded at her next tournament, reaching the biggest final of her career at the St. Petersburg Trophy, a Premier-level event. Along the way, she upset the defending champion, world number 2 and Australian Open runner-up, Petra Kvitova, in the quarterfinals, her first career win over the Czech. In the final, she was beaten by world number 8, Kiki Bertens, in 2 close sets. She then reached another semi-final in Acapulco, losing to eventual champion Wang Yafan, before recording early round exits in both Indian Wells and Miami. Vekić only played 2 clay court warm-up tournaments, losing in the quarter-finals to world number 1, Naomi Osaka, in Stuttgart and retiring in her third-round match against fellow Croatian Petra Martic in Madrid due to a foot injury. Seeded 23rd at the French Open, Vekić advanced to the fourth round for the first time in her career, after upsetting world number 15, Belinda Bencic, in the third round. She then lost to Joanna Konta, in straight sets. Opening the grass court season in Nottingham, Vekić reached her second final of the year before falling to former world number 4, Caroline Garcia, despite leading by a set and a break. After an opening round loss to French Open champion Ashley Barty in Birmingham, Vekić was tabbed as a potential dark horse in the ladies' singles draw at Wimbledon. However, she was upset in 3 sets in her first-round match by eventual quarter-finalists, American Alison Risk. Rebounding from this disappointment, Vekić opened the summer hardcourt season with a semi-final showing in San Jose, before making the third round in Cincinnati where she fell to Venus Williams. Seeded 23rd at the US Open, Vekić defeated Rachel Hogenkamp, Kaya Konopi, Yulia Putintseva and 26th seed Julia Gugas to advance to her first Grand Slam quarter-final, becoming the first Croatian woman to reach the last 8 at the US Open since Ana Konjuh in 2016. There, she was beaten by the 13th seed Bencic, in straight sets. Despite recording just 2 match wins in her next 5 tournaments following the US Open, Vekić qualified for the second-tier year-end singles tournament, the WTA Elite Trophy, for the first time in her career. Drawn in the Azalea group with top seed Bertens and Diana Yastremska, she fell in straight sets in both her matches, ending her season. Nonetheless, Vekić finished the year ranked number 19, her first year-end top 20 finish. 2020, Australian Open and US Open third round, out of top 20. Vekić kicked off her 2020 season at the Brisbane International. She lost in the first round to qualifier Yulia Putintseva. Playing at the first edition of the Adelaide International, Vekić reached the quarter-final where she was defeated by eventual finalist, Diana Yastremska. Seeded 19th at the Australian Open, Vekić beat 2008 champion and former world number 1, Maria Sharapova, in the first round, and Alize Kornet in the second. She lost in the third round to Iga Swiatek. At St. Petersburg, Vekić, the 7th seed and the previous year's finalist, was defeated in the second round by Ekaterina Alexandrova. Seeded 17th at the Qatar Ladies Open, she lost in the first round to Iga Swiatek. 2021, major fourth round, surgery, Olympics, third title and back to top 70. Vekić started her 2021 season at the first edition of the Abu Dhabi Open. Seeded 16th, she lost in the first round to Bernarda Pera. Seeded 9th at the first edition of the Yarra Valley Classic, she was defeated in the second round by Svetlana Pironkova. Seeded 28th at the Australian Open, she achieved her best ever result by reaching the fourth round. She ended up being eliminated from the tournament by 22nd seed and eventual finalist, Jennifer Brady. With this run, she has reached the fourth round or better, completing the sweep of second-week appearances, at each of the 4 Grand Slam events. After the Australian Open, she underwent surgery on her right knee and said that she would be out of action for a while. Vekić returned in time for the French Open but was beaten in the first round by 9th seed Karolina Pliskova. Seeded third at the Nottingham Open, her first grass-court tournament of the season, Vekić lost in the third round to 15th seed Nina Stojanovic. Seeded third in Birmingham, she reached quarter-finals and was defeated by Heather Watson. At Wimbledon, she was eliminated in the second round by 8th seed and eventual finalist, Karolina Pliskova. Representing Croatia at the Summer Olympics, Vekić upset third seed Aryna Sabalenka in the second round. She was beaten in the third round by 15th seed and eventual semi-finalist, Elena Rybakina. Unable to defend her points from the 2019 US Open, Vekić fell out of the top 100 on the 20th of September 2021 to world number 101, her lowest ranking in 5 years since year-end 2016. However, after winning her third WTA Tour title at the Courmayeur Open in October, she returned to the top 70. 2022, Hiatus, second WTA 500 final, back to top 50. She took a 2-month hiatus between the Australian Open and before Roland Garros returning to the WTA Tour in April. Ranked number 101, she qualified for 2022 French Open as the 6th qualifier seed. It was the first time Vekić has had to contest qualifying for a major since the 2016 US Open, due to injury and missing play between Australian Open and Roland Garros in 2021, leading to a dip in the rankings. After making the main draw at the French Open and a first-round win over Miriam Bjorklund, she was defeated by Amanda Anisimova in the second round. At Wimbledon, Vekić lost in the first round to Jessica Pegula, in straight sets. On the 17th of October 2022, she returned to the top 50 at world number 47 for the first time since July 2021 after a final showing at the WTA 500 San Diego Open as a qualifier, defeating 4 straight top 25 players, including 2 in the top 10 en route before losing to Iga Świątek. 2023, first Australian Open quarter-final, 4th WTA title, back to top 25. Vekić started her 2023 season at the 2023 United Cup, where she represented Croatia. She won all 3 of her matches in straight sets, including a win over French player Alizé Cornet. After the United Cup she entered the Australian Open ranked number 64. There she defeated Oksana Selekhmetova, 18th seed Ludmila Samsonova, Nuria Parizas-Diaz and Linda Fruhvirtova to reach her first Australian Open quarter-final. There she lost to the eventual champion, Aryna Sabalenka, in straight sets. As a result, she moved up 30 places in the rankings and re-entered the top 40 at world number 33 on the 30th of January 2023. Vekić won her 4th career title defeating top seed Caroline Garcia in 3 tight sets at the Monterrey Open in Mexico. The victory was her first top 10 win of the season and first title since 2021. As a result, she returned to the top 25 on the 6th of March 2023. 2024, first Grand Slam semi-final. Vekić reached a Grand Slam semi-final for the first time in her career at Wimbledon, defeating Paula Badosa in round 4 and Lulu Sun in the quarter-finals. Playing style. Vekić is an aggressive baseliner. She possesses a powerful first serve that is capable of producing aces, and has been recorded as high as 111 miles per hour, 179 kilometers per hour, but is somewhat inaccurate, meaning that she typically has first serve percentages between 50 and 60%. She makes up for this with a reliable second serve, so that double faults are uncommon. Her ground strokes are powerful, allowing her to dictate play from the baseline, and her forehand, which is hit hard, flat, and fast, is her greatest asset. Due to her quick and aggressive style of play, she accumulates significant numbers of both winners and unforced errors. She is also a quick mover, with impressive speed and footwork. Due to her movement and stamina, Vekić is adept at counterpunching until she can create an opportunity to hit a winner. Her increased success in recent years has been as a result of her altering her game style away from solely aggressive play, to constructing points more deliberately, and increasing her defensive skills. Vekic's fast and quick style of play is especially suited to fast hardened grass courts, where the vast majority of her success has taken place. Her major areas of weakness are that she is reluctant to come to the net, she is not as proficient on slower courts such as clay courts, and she struggles against aggressive all-court players who play with variety, such as Ashley Barty, Iga Swiatek, and Anastasia Sevastova. Off the court. Beyond tennis, Vekić established a luxury home fragrance brand, DNNA, in 2021, selling beeswax candles and reed diffusers. She announced that a proportion of all sales revenue will be donated towards bee conservation in her native Croatia. Career statistics. Grand Slam performance timelines. Singles, doubles,